Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Flight 96 podcast. I'm your host, Hunter Foreman, and along with my co-host, rocking a new do right now, is
What up?
Is CADE. CADE, man, how is life treating you now that you are a bald eagle?
A bald man.
Bald man.
Eagle.
How do we feel?
I'm about 30 minutes in it, and it's pretty breezy outside.
What made you were like, you know what, screw it, like, time for a new,
Well, I've been thinking about this for, like, months, and, I don't know, I was just like, I was talking to my roommate, and then she was like, I have scissors, and then I was like, well,
I have
time to do
scissors.
it. Then I was like, I guess I'm gonna do it, and then I smoked, and then I was like, alright, I'm doing it.
I could never go bald. I could never do it.
It's not that bad.
I know.
Do
I mean, like, there's times where I've like the shortest I've had my hair is like a 1. That's the shortest I've had my hair.
Same.
That's
This is like the shortest I've ever had it.
And like I sometimes like think of myself when I'm like what would I look like if I had braids? Like I almost got like the box, not like the box braids, but like you know how like the hairstyle is where they like shave like the sides and then they have like and then it goes into like a bun in the back. Like I was gonna do that.
There's a guy like that at work.
Like I just like how that looks, and I was gonna actually like do it, and I was like, nah, like I'm not gonna do it. I think I'm just gonna stick to just fading my sides and just keeping it like this, you know. So
That's how I was until I started growing my hair out, and then I was like, I don't feel like paying $25 every 2 weeks.
yeah, but also but I just now like I'm a type of person that just waits on their haircut, but now I'm like, since I'm like moving around a little more. I think now I'm gonna start like I got my barber's like number, and I'm just gonna text him like and be like, hey, can you put me down for like this slotted time, and then I just go in there and just handle it.
All right, bitch. Let's talk about hip hop.
Okay.
Hey.
So, where do you want to go with this? Because Chance the Rapper.
Let's start with the Nas album.
All right, let's start. Okay, yeah.
We were gonna do the Nas album last week, but shit happened.
Yeah. Okay. So, Nas's album, The Lost Tapes 2. Me and CADE were hyping it up and hyping it up and hyping it up, right? And we were gonna say this is gonna be awesome, right? So I had this idea in mind right before going into like listening to this that it was also a compilation mixtape. So, I wasn't gonna have like super high hopes for it. Like it doesn't. There's not like a main theme of this. It's like it's just a compilation of songs that didn't make certain albums that was recorded over, like that was recorded over like a certain amount of time. So, my question is, okay, so off of like I don't know how many times you've listened to it. I've listened to it twice. Off of like the first couple of listens, like what were your initial thoughts?
I thought it was fucking amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, how did you feel about like how did you feel about some of the beats and like how and some of the
I thought every single beat was amazing. And I think he like went to every producer and he was like, just give me the best loops you could ever do.
But the thing is like Nas's beat selection has been criticized like for years. So he just picks bad beats.
No, he doesn't.
I know. That's always my argument. I was like, no, he doesn't. Like, the world is yours. Great beat.
Every beat he's ever been on, dude.
Okay, the ether. No, I didn't like. I hate. That's the one Nas song I don't like.
You didn't like "Hate Me Now."
I don't. I'm sorry.
Hate Me Now.
I hate it.
Bruh.
It's so bad boy puffy. Like, like it doesn't. It's just like I don't want anything to do with it. Like I just be like. That's a song.
Okay. Do you have a favorite song off the tape?
It Never Ends.
Yes, same.
It's the best.
Lost Freestyle.
Yes.
The cool thing about It Never Ends is the chorus. It's a old freestyle from Biggie back in the 90s.
Yeah, and like my thing is like when It Never Ends came on, I was like, this would have made an amazing album cut. Like this would have been, I don't know where you could have placed this on, but you could have made this like a really good.
I thought this was like a full fucking album. I didn't think it was like a goddamn playlist.
It was a compilation of like records that are like 10 years old. Like
but it was fucking dope.
It was dope. Like I enjoyed it.
The lyrics.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
I was
Bars.
really
He's still at the top of his game.
My thing is like I can't pinpoint like it seems so like there's I'm most like when I listen to, sorry if that doesn't make any sense, but like I'm used to like albums having a theme here. Like of course it's the lost tapes, like I get it. Like this is lost music that doesn't have a place on certain albums and we're just gonna put it out. I'm like, okay, that's cool. But I was just like, I'm waiting to like hear some cohesiveness. I was waiting to hear something that stuck out to me. And what sucks, to be completely honest, is that I didn't have anything that really stuck out to me until It Never Ends came on. Like
yes,
and
same.
And it's not like anything was bad. It's just
well,
like
no. The Kanye produced song. I thought that was. Really
oh yeah,
cool.
I thought that was cool. I like that.
I thought it was dope that Kanye used that other sample as the drums on there.
Yeah, and I think the beats RZA did were actually really good. I was really impressed with those. The Hit Boy, like, and the thing is that Nas really didn't stick with one sound, and that's the thing. He didn't stick with one sound. There's a bunch of different. There's kind of really something for everybody.
Dude, that fucking Stack Attack shit, the Rapajero, that was fucking dope.
As much, and people were like getting on to him about rapping over pianos, but I heard it took me 3 times to really listen and be like, okay, this is actually kind of cool.
It's like a fucking symphony, dude.
Not really, but like I can see why but it's different. I'll tell you that. It's just different. I think it's something that's that everybody doesn't make. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't hear this like if you tell me like what year was this released, you wouldn't say 2019.
Probably like 2002.
I say 04, but that's just me. But I
Fuck you.
I liked it. I like Lost Tapes 2. I really enjoy. I also enjoyed that there were no features except for like female vocals and like I think Ray Vaughn or something like that was on there. But I'm glad that there was like nobody like there wasn't like rapper. There wasn't like a Rick Ross feature or like a.
Why would there be a Rick Ross feature on the Lost Tapes?
I think that would make sense.
I would never ever make sense in my life.
Why wouldn't that make sense?
That makes no fucking sense. I was imagining it was just gonna be him every.
That's what
song.
I was thinking too. That's what I got from the track list.
And I knew what he was gonna get at. He just wanted to fucking go off lyrically about everything. He didn't want it to be a fucking story album.
I think we're gonna get that. I think probably like next year.
Yeah, I feel that.
Speaking,
he said, dude, hold on. He said in an interview recently that one rapper that he says that he thinks is just like him is Lupe Fiasco.
Yeah. Well, also Lupe Fiasco did make a song called King Nas on his last album, Drogas Wave. That was that sampled. It ain't hard to tell.
That which sampled Michael Jackson.
By the way, do you know who Elzai is?
Who?
Elzai.
Hell no.
You ever heard of Slum Village?
Yes.
Okay.
They hear that song Players.
Yes. I love that. Well, that's exactly what it sounds like.
Right.
But he was a member of Slum Village because Slum Village is out of Detroit, right? And
Detroit, what?
Elzai was a member.
Yo,
and
I'm just upstairs listening to my Will Smith CDs.
So, Elzai was a member of Slum Village, and you're not gonna believe this, but he remade Illmatic.
He liked every fucking song.
Like, basically, and like,
Wait, you know what I thought was dope? Whenever they came out with the 20th anniversary of Illmatic.
And everybody did remixes? Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was dope.
But I'm gonna tell you
that... Dude, that was back in the day whenever we had the little apps and you had to go through websites to download the fucking mixtapes.
Mm-hmm. Those were the good old days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so and I discovered this apparently this came out in like 2011, right? So Elzai, who's a really dope lyricist, he was part of Slum Village. He's just a really good rapper. Like, he's like a rapper's rapper, if that makes sense. Like, he's just really good at rapping.
That's like how fucking, I want to say, who's Fly God? What's his name?
West Side Gun.
Yes, that is a rapper's rapper.
I love West Side Gun, dude. I love his music. It's so dope. Like, his beat selection is so good.
Those fucking samples, cuh.
Bro, okay, so Elzai made, like, literally, him and this guy now, I believe his name is Will Sessions. I can't even say Sessions. Will Sessions. Apparently, like, they basically sampled this motherfucker. They sampled Illmatic and they got all the samples from that were used to make Illmatic. And
what about the drums?
Yeah, and the drums they got everything that Illmatic, like all the sessions from Illmatic, and he like remade basically Illmatic. He did The World Is Yours, but it was like a different beat. Like he sampled everything, and he called it Elmatic. Like, his name is Elzai. It's spelled Elzhi. So it's called Elmatic, which is ELLMATIC. Like, so he made his own version of Illmatic. Like, instead of New York
I sampled The World Is Yours in the new tape.
Talk about it.
It's okay. I didn't like sample the beat, but I took his like first fucking couple bars off his first verse, used it as the hook, and the sample I used was an old Elvis song.
Whose world is this?
Slowed it down.
The world is yours. The world is mine. It's mine. Watching Gandhi till I'm charged and writing in my book of rhymes all the words past the margin. That's so. Oh my God.
That's what I used.
Really? All the words past the margin. I remember, hold the mic, I'm throbbing. Mechanical movement, understandable smooth shit that murder was moved with. The thief's theme. Play me a night, they won't act right. The fiend of hip hop has got me stuck like a crap. Yo, that's one of the best verses I've ever heard. Like, dead ass. Okay, but anyways, so I urge you guys to go to Apple Music. It's everywhere. It's on DatPiff. It's on Apple Music. It's everywhere. He this rapper Elzai remade Illmatic and like sampled all this stuff from the original Illmatic. Like, it's so good. It's really good.
Injected with that point.
Speaking of so good, we finally, us independent, hipster. I wouldn't say hipsters, because he's not a hipster. He doesn't go with the hipster scene, but like us underground hip hop lovers finally got what we wanted for a couple of years now, and that's Chance the Rapper's debut album, The Big Day.
My favorite song is the song The Big Day.
Oh, is it the one where Francis and Eliza singing and he's like singing?
Oh my God, yes.
Where he's singing about like, it's the greatest way to survive is go crazy. Oh man,
this shit's so fucking beautiful.
Okay, so before we get into like, because I really want to break this down, I really wanted to talk about this. So how do you like feel about this album? Like, off of your first listen, like what did you get from this album?
Too many songs for me. That doesn't mean it was an amazing album.
Like,
I think he did put his foot in this.
Like, do you think like this was worth the wait that we were like us, like our rap fans were like waiting for. Like we were waiting for Chance for a really long time, like ever since Coloring Book.
I don't think this is the album.
Whoa, what do you mean? This is the album.
No, I don't think this is like his fucking greatest album.
This is his first one, though, if you really think about it.
Yeah, but like this isn't like his first project.
I know,
he's treated the mixtapes like albums.
I know, but like this is his like proper like, hey, you have to buy this debut album.
I do and I don't think it was worth it.
Okay, we'll explain that before we kind of go into like favorite songs. The guest features on this are ridiculous. The guest features on this are ridiculous. But go into like why do you feel that way?
Personally, okay, I thought it was an amazing album, but I don't think it's like fucking listen to it for like 5 straight years.
You don't think it's gonna get old? You don't think it's gonna get better as time goes by?
No, I thought Coloring Book was amazing.
I think it was underappreciated. It won a Grammy.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, it was great. Like
mixtape.
Yeah, a mix. That's crazy. A mixtape won a Grammy. That's insane.
Who said mixtapes aren't artistic?
And who says mixtapes don't matter? That's my thing.
Mixtapes do still matter.
They do matter.
Go on SoundCloud, bitch.
Well, that and Dat Piff and all the other good stuff.
Yeah. Well,
so okay.
Only hood chicks that are pregnant on their second kid go on Dat Piff.
Oh shit. Okay,
That's
so
how it is.
can we talk about the features on here? Like, I can go down like the list. Like, dude, like,
So baby.
En Vogue,
Yeah.
SWV,
Yeah.
Made in Tokyo,
Yeah.
Da Baby,
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj, Lil Durk, Francis and the Lights,
Hell yeah.
Ben Gibbard from Death Cab for a Death Cab for a Cutie.
Nav
wasn't on there.
Okay.
I was like, Nav wasn't on there. Who else was on there?
Your mother.
Smino. Oh my God, you have no idea how happy I was when I heard Smino on Eternal.
You have no idea. I want to hear Chance and J. Cole on a song together.
It's out there, and it's probably really magical. It's probably so good that they can't release it.
Their nipples probably get hard as soon as you hear it.
Really, Kate? Come on. Okay, so my favorite song. Oh, Gucci Mane was randomly on there. I didn't expect that at all. That's actually my favorite song off the album is Big Fish.
Okay, but I do think the song "The Big Day" is
It's beautiful.
It's one of his. That is a song that's gonna be played over the next like 5 years.
I play that up. I would play that at my wedding. I'm not even gonna.
Yes.
I'm so serious.
So beautiful. You know what? I do take it back. This album was worth the wait.
Okay, you know what song got me? And it was the second song. It was the Do You Remember?
Yeah.
That was the one that was like, okay, I need to listen to the rest of this. Like, I need to. Do you remember how when you were like what? And then In Vogue randomly comes in at oh my God, it's like the super dance song. It's like a really dance worthy, like literally like. And I said this to somebody because I went to the barbershop and somebody was saying like, and one of my friends was there and he was like, so how's Chance's album? He's like, have you heard it? And I was like, yeah. He's like, dude, like I would tell you this, like The Big Day is literally the perfect title for this album.
Yeah.
It literally, because if you play it, you kind of feel like something big's going on. Like you feel like, you feel like
had it for his wedding.
Yeah, and it's like you feel like you're about to go to like a really big party or like those like days when like you're about to have like a bunch of people at your house, like you're like it'd be like back in the day when like your parents would have like a bunch of people at your house and there's like and there's like festivities going on.
A cookout.
Yeah, like a cookout or something like that. Like this is literally like the soundtrack to this. But if you played this like during the duration of your like getting ready for your wedding, like I think that'd be perfect. It's a great wedding soundtrack, basically.
Yeah.
It really is. Like you can feel like do you remember, like it kind of like goes in like order to like when the wedding happens, like I
think that's what he meant to do, though.
like it starts off with like when they met and stuff, and like like going through like before they got married, and then the big day the song comes, and that's when like the wedding's actually happening, the ceremony's happening. Like you kind of feel like Chance is like reading his vows to his woman, and then you get to like the dance songs, basically, where it's just like it feels like the whole family's like dancing and having a good time, doing the electric slide, and what I'm saying, the Cupid shuffle and shit. Like that's what I got from this album.
Yeah.
Like it literally, like it's
that's the scene where him and the fucking in the music video with CADE. That's what the whole.
the Bad Idea. Or Bad Idea.
The scene that he was in the fucking backyard, that was the whole album.
Like, it really feels like something big is going on. Like that's what I truly got from this album. Like I really felt like, oh, I'm a part of Chance's big day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
when are we gonna get the fucking Kanye album?
I don't want to talk about that. Cause
that would be amazing.
I hated his last album. I hated it.
That's because. Yeah, I hated it. But no, I liked it. I didn't like his parts, but I loved everybody else's parts.
Like, I'm glad Party Next Door got some recognition to be on that album. That made me happy that he was on the...
70 Shake went off.
Yeah, she did. Why do I feel like Pusha T was on that album?
He was on the Kids See Ghost.
That's right. I just didn't like that album. Like, I haven't liked the Kanye album in a really long time. And it's
crazy.
Like The Life of Pablo was cool.
Was awesome.
Yeezus was not awesome.
Yeezus was awesome.
Yeezus was not awesome.
Yeezus was fucking crazy.
Yeezus was not good to me.
You don't get art.
You know what was great? You know what was his best album and my favorite? No, I wasn't say it's his best album. I'll take that back.
I'm gonna punch you if you say something wrong.
My favorite album from him was My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
I get why you said that, man.
Like, it's so, like, I think it was the bridge between crazy Kanye and old Kanye.
I think his best album was Graduation.
I'm okay with that. I'm not gonna disagree with you on that. Like, I loved College. Was it I loved late registration. Late registration was really good.
That's his worst one.
What?
Yes.
You're high. You mean to tell me Drive Slow is not one of the greatest songs that he's ever done?
Really high, but like one song doesn't fucking. Two songs don't carry a goddamn.
Touch the Sky.
My bad. Three songs.
Touch the Sky. Drive Slow. Gold Digger. Crack Music.
Not crack music.
We Major.
No.
Oh my god. All right, bro. Whatever.
3 songs.
You're
3 songs.
You're high, man. You're high, bro.
I am very high, but still.
Okay, so
that EP out.
Yeah, go get the. It's based off of the Silver Surfer.
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah. So back to.
Tell him about the first song.
Okay, the first song is probably Cade's best song that he's ever made. And I'm not saying that because he's here. I'm literally saying it because I've literally witnessed his growth from trying this shit out to finding his groove. And, like, I felt like Zenla was, like, a beginning of a new sound, a beginning of a new chapter in his music career, and it was well put together, sir. But let's get back to Chance's album for a second.
Chancey Wancy.
So, the reason I like Big Fish so much is because I felt like Gucci Mane was like, yo, man, you gotta have one of them things on here. And Chance is like, what? What do you mean, sir? What do you mean? Like, what do you like?
Stop it.
Like, what do you mean? It's like you gotta have one of them bangers on there, and by the way, Chance is really good at rapping. I know that sounds really Captain Obvious, and it's a really like redundant thing, but like, he's really good at rapping.
He's like so good. Oh my god.
Like, he's really good at rapping, and I'm very impressed of like this fucking guy. I'm really, Jesus, Cade's fucking moving, and I don't. Oh my god.
Keep doing you.
I hate you so much. So,
I'm here to support you. Dude, you know what I'm happy about?
What are you happy?
I don't have to fucking dry off my hair for like 20 seconds after I wash it.
Oh my! You didn't even have to wash your hair for like 2 days.
Dude, no, I fucking just like put some shampoo on my head because I was like, I need to restart my fucking scalp because it was not good.
So, what are you gonna do now?
I'm gonna let it grow out way healthier. I'm gonna grow it back out.
By the way, Kate had a very nice long locks of hair, like Goldilocks.
Yeah. 3 years growth.
3 years growth. This is, I mean, like I don't know what I'm gonna do with my hair. It'll just be the same till.
I think the bald look is fresh as shit.
He's like, as he looks himself in the mirror like a stupid fuck. Okay, so, but yeah, Chance's album was great. Another thing that I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Football season's coming up, and I just saw that the Patriots began practicing with pads. I saw that the other.
Yo.
So, hey yo.
Hey yo.
Yo, I love West Side Gun so much.
That's the catchphrase of the show. Now.
Hey yo.
Hey yo.
I drove my Lamborghini off the cliff.
You're gonna make me make fucking sound buttons for this goddamn show.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. We're gonna make it happen somehow. We're when we get into hip hop talk, I just want to hear I just want to have a button that says, "Hey yo."
I hope really one day we get like signed on by a radio station and get to like pick songs to play too between when we talk.
I would love that. And then we get like sponsors like, "Hey, you guys want to, look for dope records and look for all this, go to such and such." Like, shout out to my homies. Or like do what Brendan Schaub does. He has his own line of coffee at like Black Rifle Coffee.
Is that the fucking Fighter and the Kid dude?
Yes, it's the fighter, not the kid. I love Brendan Schaub. Brendan Schaub's has a really good podcast that I listen to it every morning.
I listen to Breakfast Club every morning.
God, this is why your mind is so rotten.
No, it's not.
I hate the Breakfast Club. I hate it. Like, and it's not like, and it has nothing to do with like nobody's a great interviews. I just don't like the vibe every time I watch an interview. I don't like. Charlemagne's gonna say something ridiculous that's gonna make somebody feel really uncomfortable, and then he's gonna be like, "So you fuck him or not?" Like, and then Angela Yee's like trying to be like, "Oh, I'm trying to be professional, but I'm really scared to say stuff," and she's so nervous all the time. And then DJ Envy's like, "Hey yo, man, it's whatever, man, it's whatever."
It's DJ Envy.
Yeah, man, it's whatever, man, it's whatever. Like,
dude, have you seen his fucking his real estate videos? It's
no.
DJ Envy. Dude, he fucking talks like he's on his radio station on his fucking IG to people.
Why?
It's DJ Envy, I'm selling you some. He's like flipping houses and shit.
Hey man, let the man get his money.
No, I'm not making fun of that. I'm making fun of it's DJ Envy.
Okay, so I want to talk about reality shows for a second because you just brought up a really good point.
Yeah, you so like a reality show.
So, Kate, would you ever do a reality show?
Yeah, it'd be fucking hilarious.
What reality show would you do?
Fucking. Damn, give me a second.
I'd do Real World.
I was thinking about that, but I feel like that's too basic.
Think about it. I'm at the point where like if I went to Real World, like I'd be happy because it'd be like we would like you would be meeting new people, and that would be the main focal thing. That would be the main focal point that would drive me to go and do.
I just want to be on something where I could say the most outrageous shit. I don't want to win.
I don't want to win.
I want to ruin everybody else's day.
You're gonna be the dude that gets kicked out of the house. Well, see, the thing is like I don't want to go to real world and then have to do Road Rules Challenge because I hate Road Rules Challenge because it's stupid.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
I would be on American Gladiator.
I would be on that American Ninja Warrior place, but I don't have the cardio for it. I got bad asthma.
For real, I would do Survivor.
I could see you doing Survivor.
You look like a survivor.
Of what?
I'm a survivor.
You're an idiot.
Who was better, Kelly or Beyonce?
Beyonce.
Nah, Kelly, bitch.
So I'm thinking like, what happens? Like, I really want to know, like, when you go to, like, when MTV offers you, like, hey, we're going to bring you into the real world. But, hey, after you record this season, you're kind of obligated to be on Real World, or to be on Road Rules Challenge. Like, I want to know what that negotiation is like.
Nah, you know what I would be on? My bad. Tough Enough.
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't be on Tough Enough. You wouldn't make it to Tough Enough.
Dude, we were gonna fucking... Dude, I was legit gonna go to wrestling school after fucking high school.
And talk about it. Were you really?
Son, yes, I was for real about that. That shit was lit, dude. Made some dope ass tights.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You made actual tights? Like,
yes.
Okay.
I sewed them.
I sewed them. To who?
It was in fucking... I sewed them, like sewing.
Oh, you legitimately made tights.
Yeah, I was in fashion design class in high school.
And you made wrestling. What did you make? Did you make tights for Kate Collins?
Cade motherfucking Collins.
Ah, shit! You made fuck.
Hey.
So you really made. That's funny. That's funny. I would see you. Like I could see you doing that. Trying to do a catastrophic meltdown and not be able to do it.
Motherfucking meltdown.
Like you wouldn't able to. I don't think you'd be doing it wrong. Like fucking Bill DeMont would be like in your fucking face. Like no.
Wait. Would I do the jumping fucking the pay dirt or
the pay? It would be the pay. It would be the pay dirt. No, because they wouldn't let you do the pile driver.
No, I could do the pile driver. It shouldn't be called a pile driver, but it is gonna be the fucking pay dirt.
It would be the pay dirt's always been the catastrophic meltdown.
Dude, I still remember whenever fucking Shannon gave me that for goddamn
Weren't you supposed
TXW.
to be his little protege?
Yes, and it was gonna be lit, and then fucking Adam or somebody ruined it.
Oh fuck, we're talking about video games again.
and then PNW happened, and I was supposed to be Solus' fucking goddamn protege.
I thought you were supposed to be his tag partner.
No, I was supposed to be his protege again.
Jesus Christ.
And then fucking that shit got ruined. Like nobody ever wanted me to be the superstar.
The broken record.
Dude, I had
You had three moves. You had three moves. You had three moves.
They were fucking dope as shit.
No, you had four. You had four moves. You had the Cajun elbow. You had the catastrophic meltdown.
You know I did a lariat.
And you know what? What was the lariat?
Cade line.
The Cade. Okay, so five. You had five. Oh, the five moves to do. You had the Cade line. You had the Cajun elbow. You had the catastrophic meltdown. You had the pile driver, and then you had the fucking the broken record.
But I did all the like little shit like fucking suplexes and then like fucking.
But everybody was making fun of you because they were like, oh, he's like so Zack Ryder and Miz. Okay, basically the backstory for anybody who's totally confused on the tangent that you just went on. When me and Cade used to play Xbox, we had these little creative characters that we would make, and Cade's name was Cade Collins, and this character was this cocky motherfucker who like had spiked hair, who fucking had the sweetest fucking yin yang tights ever. Like,
son, I made some dope
yo, those are dope ass
tights,
fucking
bro.
tights, man.
No, you remember my fucking Christian type tights?
Oh yeah. I remember you did
And
that.
I was like doing the fucking spear for a little while.
I don't know why. And then I gave you the idea to do the pile driver. Let's talk about it.
I had to go back to trunks if I was doing the pile.
I gave you, and I said, dude, I just came to you. I said, dude, what if CADE went like super serious, wore like black tights and like black armbands,
black wrist tape,
and
black
fucking
wrist tape.
started just, and he didn't say anything. He just like pile drove people on chairs.
And
you're like, this is the greatest idea ever.
I had made the hair darker on him.
And you weren't, and like your entrance wasn't so like flamboyant. You just would like walk to the ring.
And I like my trunks were like dark red and black, no white.
Yeah, and you're just like, and you just literally like you wouldn't cut promos like you wouldn't cut promos like you would literally just be like, I'm just gonna pile drive you on a chair.
It was my Randy Orton Viper days.
Like you were just like, I'm just gonna pile drive you on this chair. Like we would get into matches just like, hey man, I want to try out this move real quick to see if it looks good on my character, and be like, all right, let me just pile drive you on the chair for a second.
Nah, dude, those fucking epic ass fatal 4-ways, dude. If I get an Xbox and I buy WWE, are we gonna play it a lot?
I don't know, man. We'll see. Maybe we'll go live. Maybe we'll go live and go throwback and be like, hey, this is what we used to do.
We can do a fucking fatal 4-way. Me, you, Cam, and Adam. Maybe Alan.
whoever joins in the party. I see. The thing is, okay. And speaking of that, I've been watching like a lot of like wrestling documentaries as of late, just to kind of like see what goes on backstage. Okay, so you're familiar with the Montreal Screwjob, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so these are some of like tidbit little facts, little factoids I'm gonna hit you with that I learned about this, right? So apparently they had tried every single like, ladies and gentlemen, before we get into this, I know wrestling is predetermined. I'm not gonna use the fake word because apparently that just makes it sound bad. I get it. Wrestling is predetermined. So what I'm about to tell you is like a fucking magician telling you the secrets of the fucking trade. So don't fucking kill the messenger. So I was watching and I was like, and I got like all these like different perspectives from it, like Jim Cornette, Bruce Pritchard. These are guys that work behind the scenes and everything. So apparently, like, it had been about 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks, right? It's 2 weeks until it's 2 weeks until like the pay-per-view, right? And somebody comes up with the idea, like, fucking double cross his ass, like, just find a way to get the belt off of him, right? And the problem was, is that Bret Hart was the champion, Shawn Michaels was the challenger, and they were gonna set to have this match at Survivor Series. I want to say it was 1997. I think that was the year.
Maybe.
I think that sounds right. So they were gonna have this match in Montreal, hence the Montreal Screwjob, and they were trying so hard to get the belt off of Bret Hart, and Bret was like, "No, I don't want to lose to Shawn." And Shawn and Bret like real life hated each other, like they real life there was a fight backstage between Shawn and Bret where Bret took a clump of hair, ripped literally a big chunk of hair out of Shawn Michaels' head, and like
why?
Like they were because they fought, like they were they were like beating the crap out of each other legitimately.
No, but why didn't they like each other?
I don't know. Like I guess egos, dude. It was egos.
Fucking 80s and 90s of WWE.
Yeah, I know, dude. Like it was crazy. Like so
dead-ass, but dead ass though, would you be into fucking playing WWE again?
well, of course.
Okay, cool.
So
You're gonna create your own dude and you're gonna go all out.
I don't know about that. Maybe.
Oh, you bitch.
Anyways,
I don't want to play unless we're all in our creative character.
all right, I'll do it just for you then, kid. I'll do it just for you. All right, so I was reading this, and just to like give you some facts, like,
I was watching. I literally like. I remember going on the WWE Network and watching like the actual match just to see like what my theory is. There's so many theories. Like, was it a work? Like, because basically Bret Hart had just taken a job to go to WCW to make more money. Like he was making $1.5 million to work for WWE, and then he goes to WCW to work to make $2.5 million. And he doesn't want to drop the belt to Shawn because he doesn't like Shawn. And Shawn basically told him that he'll never put him over and fuck you and you're a piece of... Apparently Shawn Michaels was a dick back in the day.
Yeah, he's a heartbreak kid.
Yeah, like he was like a legitimate asshole. Like he was a problem to everybody in the backstage area. Like so a little bit of facts. Bret Hart actually punched Vince McMahon in the face.
That's what you gotta do sometimes.
And Bret Hart was literally like at that point in time, like he was like what Jon Moxley is right now. I wouldn't say he was like that's okay. He was like the hottest, like CM Punk basically. He was like CM Punk.
So you watch it, but you won't fucking play it, you bitch.
Okay, shut up. Yes, I told you I'll come back. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
So, little facts, like, yeah, Bret actually, like, punched him in the face. Like, he legitimately punched Vince in the face. Bruce Pritchard, the way Bruce explained it, he was like, yeah, I mean, that happened. To your own interpretation. Like, he was just being, like, the way he was being interviewed about it, he was just like, so, and the interviewer was asking him, like, did he throw a punch? And he was like, words were thrown. Some words said things, a lot of FUs, and I was like, he was being so nonchalant about it. And I was like, dude, you know why he's asking you this, because he feels like, because Earl Hebner was the referee. Like, he, basically what happened was, Shawn and Bret were having this match. Shawn locks him in his own move, locks Bret Hart in his own move, which is the sharpshooter. Bret didn't tap. Earl called for the bell, right? And then Shawn's music starts playing.
Allegedly.
No, that actually you could see there's no allegedness. That's what happened.
Some might say.
You're an ass. Basically, the whole entire reason I'm explaining this is because, like,
you ain't shit.
Like, I think it's funny how people get so pissed off that, like, you're like how, like, say like CADE was like wrestling me, right? And
I would win.
Well, the booker who Booker was like, all right, hey Hunter, CADE's gonna beat you tonight. And I'm like, and instead of, me being like, oh, okay, I mean, okay, let's look at the bigger picture, looking at the bigger picture, Bret was just like, oh no, I'm not gonna lose to him because I don't like him.
But it be like that sometimes.
Like, CADE, what do you think about the Montreal Screwjob? Like, what do you think? Like, from what you remember from it?
I missed that shit. We need to get back to that fucking crazy ass shit.
Like, you think wrestling needs to be more realistic and more like
to an extent, yeah. I think I miss fucking Attitude.
Yeah, the Attitude Era.
Fucking Attitude Era. Which was at its peak probably 97, 99.
Yeah, 99 was the last of that, and then early 2000s, and then once it got to like the end of 2000, I was like, yeah, we're getting into some whole other different shit, like.
Yeah, we're getting into like some. It started to become more like sportsy.
Yeah, like now it is. It's more sportsy than it ever was now, but
yeah.
I do miss, like, I remember one time, like, I saw Stone Cold Steve Austin get ran over by a car, and I was like, holy shit, like, is he all right? Because he, like, the way, and what was fucked up is that Austin had to take a bump like that. Like, he had to, like, throw himself at a car with a fucked up neck.
And his knees are all fucked up.
Well, yeah, that's why he wore double knee braces.
Yeah, worse than Austin's knee joint. You know.
Like, I don't know. Wrestling needs to get back to that. But, Cade, what do you want to talk about today? Talk to me.
You see, I was at work the other day, and randomly there was an infomercial about vibrators.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, it was fucking hilarious. There was an old guy sitting right there, and he was like, "What the fuck?"
Like, do you think it's bad that there's, like, tools out there for women to get off?
No.
Like, even if a man can't do it.
We get off on ourselves.
Well, yeah,
There's pocket pussies for guys.
that's true. Like, what is the things called? Fleshlights?
Yeah. You know what's gonna be crazy? I gotta go to fucking work and nobody knows I just shaved my fucking head.
And then no one's gonna recognize you.
No, everybody, fucking people are gonna be like, "Oh no."
What do you mean by oh no?
You shouldn't have done that.
Don't you just hate judgmental ass people like that?
Yeah, and especially because I work in the ghetto and they're all judgmental as fuck.
So what? Why are people judgmental? Are they just not comfortable with themselves? That's what I think. That's my main thing.
Yeah, they put their own pain towards you.
And I think that's not really fair.
But I don't give a fuck.
'Cause I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
He made a return to music.
Yeah, dude.
Big Sean.
Big Sean, he killed that in that last song.
And then Single Again. I'm
That's
single
what I meant,
again.
Single Again.
And then Overtime, which like he was like. So are we? Do we expect? What kind of album do we expect from Big Sean? Actually, should be the question.
Very upbeat, but also his lyrics are me very emotional.
I want a very hip hop album.
That's gonna be a good one.
Like, I want a very hip hop album from Big Sean. Like, I want like DJ to Premier to do some production on there. I want fucking Alchemist to be on there. Like, I want a really hip hop album from Big Sean. Like, I don't want to hear like I don't want to hear what like I Decided sound like. I don't want to hear like fucking Finally Famous. I don't want to hear. I mean, Dark Sky Paradise was his best album. I'll be completely honest with you. But I want to hear like a really like him just rapping. I don't want to hear like pop singles and shit. Like, I just want to hear like I don't want to hear like I want to hear like Overtime, like three or four more, and then like put like an R&B track in there, and then boom. But like I want to hear like a really hip hop album from Big Sean. That's what I want.
Maybe we'll get that.
I would like that. Like I want little. I only want Kanye on production. Like, I don't want Kanye to rap on this at all. Matter of fact, I don't even want any features from anybody on this album.
This is what I want you to do. I want you to write this down on a piece of paper.
All right, I'm listening.
Fold it up.
All right.
And you're gonna fold it up.
All right.
You're gonna put it under your pillow.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're gonna go to sleep and just think of it, and then just dream. And you're gonna wake up and realize that was all complete bullshit and that doesn't work.
Is that how the Tooth Fairy? Is that how the Tooth Fairy works?
And then you'll realize life is a lie.
Is life a lie, kid?
Nah, I mean like other people's lives are a fucking lie, but mine isn't.
Mine's not either.
Life is what you perceive it.
Life's what you make it. Life's what you make it. So let's make it rock.
home and where you make it.
Life is what you make it. So let's make it rock. That's what I'm saying.
Let's make it rock.
So
Injected with the poison.
With a lethal dose of poison. God. That yo, man, let me tell you something.
And the only way to survive is to
go crazy.
It's a fucking beautiful fucking song.
Okay, what do you... Okay, so upcoming is Common's Let Love Live, I think is the name of the album. Is the name of Common's next album? I think he released the track list, maybe, I don't know.
Hey, yo!
A lot of, I think, like, Common is... Because we always talk about highly of Common. One day we're going to get Common on this show.
I'm gonna pet his head.
No, you're not. If he's gonna fucking punch you in the face if you do that.
I'm gonna ask him.
No, he's gonna say no.
You don't know that.
Yeah, I do know that. Like, he's gonna say
You
no.
don't know that. But you don't know that for a fact, so that means
it's actually called Let Love. It's just Let Love.
There's a fucking 2% chance he will say yes.
He's not gonna. Oh my god.
You don't fucking know.
Yes, I do. You mean to tell me that you're
100% you do not know.
No, he's gonna say no. Like, if you touch my head, I'm gonna fucking punch you, and you're gonna be punched by one of your idols.
I'm gonna be willing to eat that fucking punch. And
You're
slap him on the top,
oh my
slap
god!
him on the top of his head.
You're so yeah. I think he's very sensitive about that. Not saying he's like sensitive about having a bald head. I think he's just sensitive. Like, if people like touch his head. He's a goat. He's a goat. Like, people don't understand
He's an amazing looking man.
Relax.
I know.
Like, Common's
You don't know what karate is.
Oh man, Kate's too high for this podcast. That's the name of it. That's the name of the episode. Is Kate's too high for this?
I fucking am, dude.
So Zen Law is officially out right now.
Yeah.
Like, Zen Law, it's an EP based on the Silver Surfer. Me and Cade's single, which is to be named. I don't know if it's gonna be still under the working name. But it's gonna be under something different. So me and Cade have a new single coming out. It's done. I'm just waiting on Cade to just hit the green light and release that.
I still want to tweak it a little bit.
Okay, my verse is done, people. Just to let you know, and it's been turned in. So, and it's fire. Just letting you know. I think I ripped that shit. I think I ripped it totally. So, yeah. Any final words, Cade?
Make sure you don't flush baby wipes down the toilet.
Okay. Why, Cade? Why?
Because it'll get all stopped up.
And there's your tidbit of the day. Don't flush baby wipes down the toilet. Don't do it.
Don't you fucking dare.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Hunter Foreman. This has been Cade. This has been the Flight 96 podcast. Cade's too high for this because I gotta cut this shorter than I usually do. At least we talked about some good, made some good subjects about it. But tune in next week. There's gonna be some special guests coming on here in the near future. I'm gonna try to drop some more content. There is gonna be a top 5 favorite battles on the URL TV app that's coming out on the channel. As battle rap related. And then I want to do like a vlog for like a trip that I go on, which I think would be really dope. So I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Cade?
Hey, yo!